Yay Media Group.
Yeah.
What made you write this book, Raising a Rapper?
Oh gosh, because there's so many gems and there's so many things that people don't know. And to also encourage parents when your kids come to you and they say they want to do these things like be a gamer or a dancer or whatever, to just get on board, because you never know. You may be on their payroll. You know, I've been on his payroll for 10 years. Who would have ever thought? You know?
I keep telling my kids, go do something and get me on your payroll.
Yeah. The moral of the story, and I told this story in my book, and someone kind of got it misconstrued, is that a lot of times things don't happen when you want them to happen.
Come on.
You know, a lot of times, God was telling me that's a big girl car. And you're not ready for this. Yeah, you got a good job, but you're not ready for the maintenance. You're not ready for this car. Just let me do what I'm going to do, because when I give it to you, you won't need it. You won't need it down.
You won't have no bills.
Exactly. So we have to be patient. We have to sit in this space, whether it's a job, a man, a car, losing weight. We have to be patient, and we have to continue to pray, because God's gonna come. And when He
never
comes,
quit believing.
He's gonna show up, and He's gonna show out.
Girl.
You know what I'm saying?
Hello, everybody. So listen, welcome back. We are so excited that you're here. I am with the wonderful Vanita, and we have been taping these podcasts during our masterminds weekend here, which is bosses in this room that are literally changing the world. And I brought her in here because she is a businesswoman on her own right. And we were just sitting here talking, and I was like, let's do another podcast. So I'm bringing her into another podcast, and I probably have skipped a week, and we may be, this is just giving y'all a break, so you want to come back and watch her the next week. But I've got my masterminds on this month with me as well. Yes. And so I wanted to, because we're talking about so much stuff right now, I wanted to make sure that it's so much insight on being a woman, being a boss, being a mom, carrying all those hats. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to right now subscribe and push that like button. Wherever you are, share this with your friends. You may not want to be in business, but you sure don't want to be sleeping on that mattress with no sheet. You're ready to get up and take your life back. Right. And we are encouraging you this whole month to jump, even if you're jumping afraid. So these podcasts that we're doing all this month is literally putting a fire under your tail to get up and change the game, be the trailblazer, do things you don't know how to do. So we were talking, and you said that when your son started, you were in corporate America.
Yes.
You had no idea how to be a manager.
No.
And we're having a whole bunch of people watching today that are starting to do things that nobody in their family's ever done.
Right.
How did you get yourself in a position where you prepared yourself to be his manager?
Well, I actually studied, and looked into different things, did my homework. And I tell a lot of parents when their kids come to them and say, listen, I don't want to go to Harvard, or I don't want to go to Morehouse. I want to be a YouTuber, or I want to be a DJ. To just do your homework. Don't ever turn your kids over to someone because you think they know more, because you're the best person for the job. Now, you can bring people on to help manage, but you never turn your kids over to someone to manage them, because you know how to guide them. So I really didn't know. I just prayed about it and put one foot in front of the other. But I had ran my own territory. So as a farmer rep, I covered Georgia and Tennessee. So I was in sales. So I had to go out and get the business. So I knew how to do a lot of that. And I'm going to be honest, some of it has been trial and error. Have we done a lot of things that we wish we could change? Of course we would. But you do have to just get out there, learn from your mistakes. And now I can share my mistakes with other moms or other dads or other kids when they go out there to, buy the homes or buy the cars or buy the jewelries, because I've made contact with the experts, the professionals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever second guess yourself?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like afraid I'm going to make a mistake?
Yes. And even now I regret a lot of things I wish I would have stood firm on that I didn't. I've always looked at this as his money. Although he started at 17, a lot of times when you're 17, you don't really know how to make the best financial decisions. And I'd had a good job, but I'd never been in charge of this amount of money at this magnitude. So you have to educate yourself. And I tell people, educate yourself now. even before you get the money, even before your child starts making the money, so that when it comes, you'll be highly prepared. We were blessed to get good managers at Quality Control, and they were the ones that said, you need to put something aside for the IRS, or you need to be ready because these things are going to come very fast. So we had some warnings, but could we have done a lot of things different? Definitely. But what I want to do is take that information and help the next person so
And
that
not
they
get
don't
stuck
have these
there.
fumbles.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Another question I want to ask you is, so in this space that you're in, the higher you go, and this can be for anybody in business, just starting out, you can't do the same things that you did prior.
Exactly.
Even in business, in getting married, in every facet of your life.
Yes.
With new levels, you have to change where you go.
Exactly.
Who you talk with. And so we're about to go to break.
Yes.
But when we come back, I really want you to hit on explaining to us how, when you begin to grow in life, whether there's a lot of stay-at-home moms that are now having to get jobs, because they've walked through a divorce, or empty nesters.
Yeah.
They've given up their whole life for their children, and now all of a sudden they're going to jump back in and get their own website and start launching products, and it's not just going to be about their kids. And there's a lot of them are even feeling guilty.
Yeah.
Because I've never done anything for me, and here I am about to do something for me.
Yes.
So when we come back, I want you to talk about how you've navigated through life, knowing that I can't be seen over there. I can't be seen in that picture.
Right.
I can't allow myself to react like I used to.
Or wear this, or wear that. Yeah.
So when we come back, I want you to hit on that and just growth as a woman.
Okay.
All right. Y'all, we'll be right back right after this. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. I was walking through a season of my life where I felt like I needed support, and I didn't really feel like I had any. And I, for the first time in my life, experienced therapy, which changed my life. I want you to think about your favorite leaders, mentors, idols. Y'all, they don't have it all. They don't have all the answers, but they do know when to ask questions or seek support from their community. In a society that glorifies hyper-independence, it's easy to forget that we are all better when we have a support system behind us. Community is everything. Being able to reach out and be there for others and have others be there for us. Therapy can be a source of support for any area of your life. And it's time to shift the focus from doing it all to knowing that we are better when we ask for help. We've all experienced seasons in our lives where we feel stuck, and therapy is there for you. So today, I'm going to give you an opportunity to help you get unstuck. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. Access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties, and easily switch therapists anytime at no cost. So here's what I need you to do right now. Build your support system with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/RTK today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/RTK. Your season is shifting. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So we were just talking about, because my girl, Lynn's always watching out for me, and people always come at me for my hair because I've gone through the process. I had a mohawk. I really think they're just haters because they want me to go back to my mohawk and be a fairy godmother. But the mohawk was cute. Yeah, it was cute, but I'm elevating.
We're elevating.
And so we were talking about how they always come at me online about my hair. And they're like, Pastor Kim, we love you, but somebody don't love you because they ain't telling you your hair looks
haters.
good. But my girls always do. They got my back. So how do you handle that?
Oh, gosh.
How do you handle the haters? And then we're going to talk about mother.
So, sometimes it hurts, but you got to think of it that those are people sitting behind a screen with nothing else to do, probably with no style. And you just gotta brush it
Eating
off.
Haagen-Dazs
Exactly.
with Hellstorm knots on their legs.
Exactly. And just wear it on your sleeve and keep it moving. And you gotta know whose you are. You know, I'm a
'Cause
child of God.
Don't you see
can't-
that hate? Like, how do you
Yeah.
even not go after them for talking about Yachty?
Yeah, you go in the beginning. You go after everyone, but then after you calm down and you know what you're dealing with, you just start to avoid it. And then once I found out that they come after everyone, from you to the Kim Kardashians of the world, they come after all of us. So you just have to just shake it off because they're just people with nothing else to do. You know.
So how do you, with these women sitting in front of us right now, how do you not let what they're saying to you get in you?
Keep working on you and keep knowing that you.
Because I keep telling them it's happening. It's going to happen.
It's going to come. It's what comes with elevating. You know, there's always going to be someone sitting beside you saying, she can't do that, or how can she get that handbag? She can't afford that, or how can she drive that? But you just got to know that God gave it to you. How they say, he brought you to it and he'll bring you through it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you can do it, you know?
I got another question. How do you deal with a kid that is got married, had their own kids, and now trying to pull themselves away from you? They'll talk to you one day and then they won't talk to you one day. I hear so many of my followers are going through this where their daughters that they raised won't talk to them. Got up, had their own families. Mm-hmm. What would you tell that parent? Wow. Not that you've ever walked through it, but what would happen if your daughter decided she didn't want to talk to you? How would you handle that being where you are?
Kind of continue to pray. And I believe in therapy, a lot of therapy, bring that family together and just.
But what if she won't?
Got to kind of pray for her. You know, just kind of pray for her and get inside her head and just try to find out what's going on.
Would that eat you up inside?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Because I have a 21-year-old and we're not on the best of terms. You know, we're working through it. Because, you know, she's trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you have to give people space because a lot of times they're just trying to figure it out. And a lot of times it's not even personal. You know, it's not even about you. It's about them trying to figure it out.
Why do you think daughters are like that? It's usually the daughters. I was like that with my mother.
Because I think at a certain point in life, it's time to part ways, you know? And I think that's why I strongly believe these kids need to go to college. They need to go and just get the experience, go for a little bit. Because women at a certain point of time in life, you have to get out your mom's house, you know, because they want to be grown and then we want to run the household and it's just butting heads. I think we all go through it. I'm at that point right now. You know, where it's just time to part ways because I have rules, I have standards, and they want to have their own rules. But coming up in my house, if you didn't pay bills, you didn't have any rules. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids want to shut their doors. And
all my black mamas are saying, I know that's right.
That's right. Yeah, you didn't shut doors and you just didn't do all that. So I think it's just time for them to be on their own. You know, I think that's a lot of what it's about. And then once they are on their own, I think it's a whole different relationship.
But how do you even navigate that one of the kids really loves you and the other one don't want to talk to you?
It's hard. It's hard.
Like, how do you keep your brain?
You got to pray. And then, you know, kids already pull on you. And one says you like the other one more than you like that one. And one says you're not disciplining that one enough. It is really hard. Sometimes I feel like I'm about to lose my mind because I get caught in the middle, you know, and I work for him. So I've got a responsibility to him. But I'm also still trying to raise her, so I have a responsibility to her. So I kind of get caught in the middle and kind of say, okay, we've got to work this thing through. We've got to work it out and try to bring them together so that we can all get on one accord, you know?
How do you handle down days?
I don't because I am so busy, I think I just kind of shake it off and keep it moving, whether it's tears. You know,
you still have your mom and dad?
No, both of my parents are deceased. Yeah, both of my parents, they went right behind each other, back to back. Yeah, 1 year my mom went, then my dad went. They've been gone about 4 years now. Oh, yeah, 3-4 years now. And so, yeah, it's been hard. It's been hard, but God has blessed me with amazing friends.
Yeah,
my circle of friends are very good. They're all God-fearing women. They've just come in my life by different ways. And two of my friends are friends because of the kids. You know, your kids' moms, friends. And so they're, our kids are friends and one's a relative and one was my realtor. I just have a really good unit of friends. You know, they respect me and they respect my walk. And, you know, they're just so good. The first thing, we got to pray. We got to pray about this. Let's talk about this. You know, they don't just jump in with negativity. It's always, we got to pray about this. We got to pray about this. So it's just always, I stay on my knees, and I tell parents, you just got to stay on your knees praying every day, all day for your kids, kids, for, you just, this world, my neighbors, everyone that works for me, you just constantly have to pray because we have a responsibility, and there are responsibilities that we don't want all the time, but we've got to do them. We've been called to do this.
When you walked through that experience where you were saying it took my soul,
when I was robbed.
Yeah. How did your kids handle that?
Oh, they were ready to fight. The kids were like, they were ready to fight. Like, we're gonna get ready. We're gonna armor up and we're gonna get ready. But, coming from where I come from and, never owning a gun and never really dealing with violence, this was really hard, and to know that's the world that we live in. It was a reality check is what it was. It was a reality check that people will come for you no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And being in this life and being a celebrity or the mother of a celebrity, it's just tenfold, So you always have to, not tell everyone where you are or what you're doing. You have to almost walk in secrecy, and it's a different life. You'll see as you start to elevate, and you're already elevating, you will move totally different. And you would think.
Yeah, it's crazy because we have a lot of security even at our church. And people are like, why you got, and it makes me, the hardest thing for me, Vanita, is I don't ever want people to think that I think I'm all that. Because I look at myself like you.
Right.
We're just regular social
people.
media.
Yeah.
And I always say being famous on social media is like being rich in Monopoly money.
Exactly.
And so it has taught me the bigger we've gotten, like now even Angelo, like he's like, dang, man, every time I go out, I get stopped. People ask me if they take pictures with me.
Yeah.
And it's crazy when you change people's lives, how they really want to, tell you they love you. And it's been so hard on me because I love touching people.
Yeah.
And really, you can't.
Yeah, you have to remember everyone is not happy for you. Yeah, everyone is not happy for you. So you do have to be prepared.
And I have a hard time with that.
And protect yourself.
Think everybody loves me.
Yeah, no, they don't.
I have learned they don't.
They don't. Yeah, and they will hurt you.
My husband told me the other day, I was like, baby, they call me a snow bunny. That is so awesome. He said, Kimberly, that is not a good thing at all. I just think everybody loves me. No. And he tells me all the time, they don't love you. They don't love you. And I'm like, they love me.
Yeah, and they're not nice. People will say some mean things, some hurtful things. But we have to also remember there are a lot of hurting people in the world and a lot of people who don't know Jesus like we do and that don't have a savior. And so you have to kind of feel for those people. Hurt people. Yeah.
Have you ever had anybody in your life that was very close to you and your family? Y'all love them. Worked with y'all, maybe family that turned their back on you? You ever had any betrayal like that?
Yeah.
The more you grew?
Yeah, I did. I had a relative that she and I kind of got into it, and it was kind of sad. Some things went left and some things happened that I wasn't very happy about, that didn't have to happen. And it caused a wedge between us. We are better today than we was back then. And a lot of it too is because I knew you had to forgive, and I've had a couple friends that I've fallen out with. Life changes when you get in this level because I think people think you're going to change. So a lot of my friends stopped being my friend because they thought I was going to be different. So they just stopped being my friend. They stopped calling me. They stopped reaching out. They just disappeared. And I think a lot of it was because they thought because I was his mom and he's a celebrity, that I was going to be a celebrity. And it's kind of sad and it kind of hurts your feelings, but you just have to kind of keep it moving,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I want to talk to you. The first question that I was going to ask before was, how do you continue being in changing seasons? Mm-hmm. How do you continue being a mother, taking the mother hat off and put the boss hat on or the manager hat on?
That's kind of hard because the lines are so blurred a little bit, but you just have to keep a firm stance on what you believe in, because I think my kids are still young, and a lot of what I'm teaching now is going to stay with them when I'm gone and when they get older. So just like my mom was very wise, and a lot of things she told me that I did not listen to, I'm looking back at now saying my mother knew what she was talking about, And so I just kind of keep my foot down, and a lot of times I just have to tell them that this
Because
is the way it's gonna be.
at a certain place,
Yeah.
you don't want to stick your nose in it
Yeah.
as a mom.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to stick your nose
Yeah.
in it because they're about to kill themselves.
Yeah. And my kids respect me a lot. They I remember my son told me not too long ago, he said, when I was young, I thought you was the smartest person in the world. I said, oh, so you don't think the same thing
I would have said,
now?
but I am.
Exactly. And that just made
I
me
kept
feel
your
good.
business running for 10 years.
Yeah. And he knows that. So that was a good feeling. And I think you just have to stay grounded and keep drilling. I'm
You
like,
know how
I
to
know
keep-
what I'm talking
So when
about.
he's in a relationship with a girl and you don't like her, do you say something?
Well, I don't get involved.
Me neither.
I don't. I stay out of that.
Me too.
But
I do pray.
Yeah, I do pray.
Kill her. No, I'm just
And
kidding.
I kind of stay out of that. Yeah, and I say don't bring her around till it's serious. Yeah, I try to
really
stay out
don't.
of that. Yeah. Now my daughter, I get a little bit more involved in.
Oh yeah. If
I get
had
a little
daughter,
bit
I'd
more
be in jail.
involved. Yeah.
I always say God did not give me a daughter because I'd
for
be
a
in
reason.
jail. I would be in jail.
Yeah. So I just stay out of that. Yeah.
So you try is that why your daughter gets irritated with you sometimes?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah. And I think because they say I'm mean because I rule with an iron fist. Like I just kind
what
of
does that look like?
Yeah, just like I don't know. They all say I'm mean. Like you're just mean, and I think I'm the nicest person in the world.
I do too. I even told my mom
Yeah.
today on the way to church.
Yeah.
I said, Mom, if I ever get too harsh, because
Yeah.
my son told me yesterday, you've got Rod Parsley vibes.
Oh wow.
Like, because he's my dad. And so he was like,
Mhm,
spiritual dad. He's like, you're got Rod Parsley vibes. And I'm like, no, I'm handling business.
Yeah, exactly.
He was like, but you got to just be a
Chill
little bit
out.
more chill. Like, boy, I pay you.
Exactly. Like, and it's probably menopause too.
Menopause, I get the pellet. Do you get
Well,
what
we
do
were
you
just
get?
talking about that. No, the patches.
You get the patches?
Yeah, I don't do the pellets.
So you've gone through the change?
Yeah. I
And
went
you
through
feel
it,
like hot
yeah.
flashes are coming on?
Yeah, but mine kind of aren't that bad. I didn't really deal with that. I deal with the brain fogs, like forgetting stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Forgetting where you put stuff and that's my thing, the forgetting. Yeah.
No, I feel like I can even tell when my pellet hits. It's like,
No, these men are going to be out there talking about pellet. What is that?
Hey, I literally had a man come to my church. Him and his wife were standing there, and she's like, Pastor Kim, I don't know what's going on with me. I just feel like I could kill everybody. I feel like blah, blah. I said, girl, you need to go get your hormones checked. I said, you just need to go get your blood work checked, and then just find something that works for you. If it's not the
Yeah.
pellet, it's okay.
Yeah.
Something. You
Yeah.
need some estrogen.
Yeah.
And she was standing there. She goes, oh, no, Pastor Kim, I'm so nice. I'm the nicest wife. I just do everything for him. And he's standing behind going, no, she ain't.
Yeah.
I don't think we know we crazy.
But our kids know.
But our kids know, and our husbands know.
Yeah.
My husband will be like, baby, you think
okay?
it's time? And I just can't decide if I want to punch him in his face or kiss his mouth. I'm like, I need to go get a pellet. So tell us, have you ever felt like you're losing, that you've laid down your dreams? Like we're talking about your
Yes.
website, benitacullum.com, and you're revamping it. Have
In
you
the
ever?
closet with V.
Yeah, huh?
In the closet with V.
In the closet with V.
That's it.
So have you ever felt like you laid down your dream?
I won't say my dreams, but I took a vacay the last 10 years, because I've been working for him. I've been working for him.
And you hadn't regretted nothing?
I haven't regretted any of it. I have not. But I do feel like it's time for me to take a turn at this point in my life and kind of do some of the things that I want to do. But then I also think about that whole fame thing, and what comes with it. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of regrouping and laying out the steps now. There's a lot of things that I want to do. And I'll continue to manage him a little bit longer, but maybe after a while, turn that over and then step back and do some things. Never fully,
I don't feel it in my spirit.
I always have my eye looking in on it, but just kind of do some more things.
Have you
for
some
me.
employees work under you?
Yeah, I have a few now, but have a couple more to just kind of take over because there are some things that I want to do.
Because I just think you're so fly. I think you're
Yeah.
so it's your duty at this point
Yeah,
to share all that you've accomplished in your life.
yeah.
So you said, I cut you off before, shocker. You said you have a couple of dreams that you want to do. You're about to build your dream home.
Mhm.
What is that? How's that gonna come about?
Oh my gosh, I'm excited about that. I'm in the first phases, found the land.
Because you had your dream house and sold it after you got robbed.
Yeah, well, that was my intro to Dream House.
Ooh.
I always wanted to build from the ground up. That house I took and I revamped it and fell in love with it. I knew I wasn't going to be there forever, but they just made me move a lot quicker than I had anticipated. But this one, I knew I wanted to just kind of do it from the ground up and document it and make it like a whole architectural digest thing. Because not only do I like fashion, I like decor as well. So home decor and landscaping, and I love all that kind of stuff. So I am so excited and want to document that to possibly, air it.
Oh,
To possibly have Architectural Digest come and look at it, because I'm going to do some really unique things that aren't just seen in Atlanta or in Georgia, period, or in
really
modern. I love modern homes, so I'm
like clean.
So excited. It's very clean lines, huge door, like a huge front door. And all those kind of things. Yeah. So I'm really excited. But I'm in the very beginning stages with my architect. And he and I are trying to figure it out. We're butting heads a little bit, but hopefully we'll get that thing figured out.
I just think it's so hard being a single woman doing all these things.
It does. It kind of singles you out, because men kind of feel like, what am I going to do? Like, do some more of what I'm already doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm proud. Then what else are you going to do? You said you got a few things happening.
Yeah, then add some more stuff to my fashion line. I'm a very big handbag collector. I'm a collector of a lot of things, but add some more things into that.
Are you excited to shop her closet?
Yeah, and have y'all come in. And I'm getting ready to do a big haul soon, because I want to minimize before I move into this new closet and get rid of some of the stuff I've got now. Yeah.
I will be your mouthpiece.
Yeah.
I'll shout it from the mountaintops.
Yeah, we're going to get it out there and have it, and people can come and shop, and it'll all be affordable, and, just stuff that people need.
What's your favorite brand?
I'm a big fan of Chanel.
I love Chanel.
I like Chanel. I like a lot of them. I like Dior.
I do too.
I like a lot of them.
Those are probably my top two favorites.
Yeah, I like a lot of them. Yeah.
Although I like all of them.
Yeah.
So do you think it's bougie to be brand? A brand whore?
Not really. I'm not a big fan of like wearing stamps all over. Like, maybe do it in taste. You know what I mean? Like, if you got the pants on, you don't really need the jacket. Although I've done that. I have done that
yesterday.
Yeah, to make a statement. But sometimes, like, cute. You don't have, it's just in all good taste, because we all have our own taste. But I do like a little high-low, so you can do Zara.
I just love fashion.
I do too. I like it all.
Like, I love all of it. It ain't even about
But I'm learning
logos.
Quality over quantity.
Yes. What does
quality
that look like?
Over quantity.
A Hermes bag instead of 5 Chanels?
Exactly. Or if you are not able to afford at that level, a good quality bag as opposed to a knockoff. You know what I mean?
Say that again.
A good quality leather bag rather than a knockoff, a fake. Because there's a difference in a fake and a dupe.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
What?
A dupe is a bag that looks like another bag, but it doesn't have the name all over it. A fake is a bag that's not really.
My girl is showing her fake.
No, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I would
one
know.
or the other. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I feel about that.
And so can you tell your taste is changing the older you're getting?
Oh yeah, and the more money I have.
Why did you move your mic?
When you have more, you acquire a different kind of taste. You know what I'm saying? So it does change, because you can get the dreamy things that you've always wanted. Your jewelry taste changes.
Yeah.
Because you can afford it.
I used to be really bold and bodacious, and it's the funniest thing watching me. The older I've gotten, the more chill I've gotten, the more classy I've gotten.
Yeah.
I used to wear big old earrings, and now I don't even own big earrings.
Yeah.
I used to wear big old glasses, and now I've given all my glasses away.
Yeah.
Like, it's just funny how you're
toning it down.
Well, everybody just is in their own different seasons.
Yeah.
And I think that it's okay to be that way.
Yeah, your jewelry gets more quality.
Yeah.
It becomes fine instead of costume, which is nothing wrong with costume jewelry. I love costume jewelry because that's all Chanel is. It's kind of costume jewelry. But, you just step things up. You know what I mean? If you like those things.
I love it that you're making it feel obtainable to anybody.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It is obtainable to any. I mean, I've always liked fashion from 8th grade. You know how people coming at me from high school on my page, my Facebook page. Why you always there? And I was like, you know that I've been doing this since 7th, 8th grade. That was when I got my first Gucci in 8th grade. You know, back in Chicago at Water Tower. When anybody's from Chicago, they know Gucci used to be in Water Tower. Like since then. So this isn't new.
Girl, I remember whenever my daddy was trying to give me this terrible car. It was my brother's hand-me-down. And I said, oh, I am not driving that hand-me-down. And I went and got me a job at Rich's, and I went and bought my own BMW. I've been doing this a long time.
Wow, look at you being fancy. Nice. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Yeah. We'll be right back right after this. Everybody, and welcome back. We were just talking about something, and we're talking about how we like nice stuff, how we like nice cars, and how people always got something to say about that. They have a Instagram called Preachers and Sneakers. And then they have another Instagram called Profits and Watches.
I gotta find that.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Okay. It's not a shout out for them. It's all y'all go look at how stupid they are. Like they literally, they come after Christians that have nice stuff, and they literally there'll be 40,000 people coming after you. Yeah, saying, look at you spending the Lord. Oh, yes, I've been all over it.
You're on it?
I have.
Wow.
I've been on it. I'm the only woman preacher that's ever made it on it.
Wow.
And my preacher friends will send me a message and say, you made it. I'm like, it makes me mad because it makes people think that you can't have nice stuff. Yeah. And you were saying, I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad at all. I mean, you work hard for it, and I know I work very hard. You know what I mean? I work very hard.
I work very hard to get here, and I still my staff. There ain't one person that outworks me.
Yeah, and you got to be rewarded. I mean, you bring the word. I've always been one of those Christians that never got caught up in what this pastor had or that pastor had. You know, I've just, kind of paid my offering.
In fact, I don't want to go to a church where they're broke.
Yeah, you bring the word, you have to be paid too. You know, you earn a living too, just like everyone else. You know?
Well, y'all, have y'all enjoyed Vanita? We have all eaten lunch and everybody's getting tired. I can tell. We all like this up in here.
Itis.
It is. Mm-hmm. So, yo, I need every single one of you to go get this book, Raising a Rapper. Yes. This is for all of you that are business women, all of you. It's a blueprint. Yeah. And tell them where they can find this.
They can find that at Amazon. Just put in Raising a Rapper and it'll come right up.
And what made you write this book?
Because I wanted people to know all the secrets.
We talked about the other one.
Yeah, I want people to know that. And if I could do it, they could do it too. You know, and to just be behind your child and help them, but also expect this, because this is definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm so honored that I get to call you my friend.
Thank you.
And that you are so fabulous and amazing. And I think that there could be no other woman on this planet that could lead and show other mothers how to lead and mother.
Do it gracefully.
And do it gracefully. Yeah, I love that. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You're beautiful, and I'm like the president of your fan club.
Thank you.
Give it up for her, y'all. Come on, boss chicks.
Thank you.
Give it up for her. Give it up for her. We love you, Vanita.
Yes.
Y'all listen, make sure that you go to realtalkkim.com. Make sure that you are finding out where I'm going to be speaking at in your city. If you're ever in Atlanta, Georgia, I am honored to pastor the greatest church on the planet, Limitless Church, right here in Atlanta, Fayetteville, actually, to be exact. It's 1653 Highway 85 South, Fayetteville, Georgia, 30215. Every Sunday, 10 and 11:30. We welcome you here. Make sure that you are tuning in every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. on all of my social pages. I never miss a day unless I'm out winning souls. I love you so much. Hugging you, wrapping my arms around you. And thank you again, Vanita, for leading the pack and being such a great trailblazer. Love you guys. See you next week.